And so I want to just close with 2 points of application. The first one is, do we long for Christ's return? Wayne Grudem in Systematic Theology says this. He says, do Christians in fact eagerly long for Christ's return? The more Christians are caught up in enjoying the good things of this life, and the more they neglect genuine Christian fellowship or their personal relationship with Christ, the less they will long for his return. Man, isn't that so true of us? On the other hand, many Christians who are experiencing suffering or persecution, or who are more elderly and infirm, and those whose daily walk with Christ is deep and vital, will have a more intense longing for his return. Man, when we talk about the return of Christ, do we long for it? The Bible speaks of us, the church, as the bride of Christ, and us waiting for the return of Christ is like waiting for our wedding day. Do we long for our wedding day? Because Christ certainly does. He can't wait until he's with his bride. Sure, we commune with Christ right now. We are in Christ. Christ is in us spiritually. It is a real presence. But man, God made us in the flesh. Don't we long to be with God face to face, commune with him, right? Receive a hug from him. Man, that's something that we long for and can't wait for. So do we long for his return? And second is, are we relevant to the Great Commission? When we talk about the return of Christ as the day of the marriage of the Lamb with his church, the bride of Christ is not just you and me. The bride of Christ are also those who have not yet made their confession of faith in him yet. The bride of Christ are those people it's the Muslims in Nigeria. It's the Buddhists in Thailand, the atheists in Japan. It's, these are all the bride of Christ. And that's why Jesus gave us the Great Commission. Is Christ's last command our first priority in life? Because if it is, oh man, on the day of Christ's wedding, where we've labored, where we've given up our entire lives so that Christ will receive his bride, oh my gosh, when that day comes, we would be so joyful. But if we've been on the sideline living for other things, and yes, maybe we made it into heaven, man, our joy is going to be really different. And so are we relevant to the Great Commission? And so I actually want to close by asking you to not read, you almost panicked, to watch 2 videos. They're very short, but it's on the Great Commission. And I really think it will be eye-opening, because when we think about the Great Commission as the purpose of our lives, do we even know how we're doing as a church? What is the state of the world? What is the task that's remaining for us as Jesus has given a commission to make disciples of all nations? And so that's what the first video is going to be about. And then afterwards, it's a video called What is UPG, which is a technical term for Unreached People Group. I think every Christian should know this. So I've linked it in the playlist. So all you have to do is just click next. But yes, it's both of these videos are by Global Frontier Mission.